2-2 draw. Incredible to pull back those 2 goals. How do you feel exactly right now?
Infuriated.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because of RSL's play. 2 red cards, a lot of... I mean, I've never seen time wasting that bad. Yes. Then they had that shit planned out too. Because when his number popped up, the second it popped up for a substitution, he went to the ground. And then right as getting off, he's stretching. I mean, that's some bullshit level time. I understand time wasting. Up 2 goals, away, I get that. But before even the 60th minute, that is some bullshit level time wasting.
It was the world's longest walk off the pitch.
Yes, absolutely. And this is a game where we had 26 shots, 17 corner kicks. We absolutely should have gotten the win.
Okay,
we came back from we came back from being down 2-0. That's great.
Yeah.
But we didn't get the win, and Nagby walked off, obviously injured. So it's a horrible. I am pissed. I'm very pissed.
Yeah. Before we get on to celebrating with everybody else, I know it's Zippy's birthday over here, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun with them.
All right.
But before we get on to that, special thanks to Chris Gluck for sending us his post-match notes. He says we are like sheep without a border collie. Do you have any idea what that means?
No. I think Chris is a little crazy. No, I understand. We're not maybe connected as much as we should be. It's 3 games into the season. I can understand that. But despite that, we're up 2 men. We got the 2 goals. We had like 10 minutes plus 6 minutes of stoppage time. We should have put that 3rd goal away. Absolutely. Addy should have got a fucking hat trick.
So what went wrong in the first 70 minutes?
Well, it's all about game states. RSL got the first goal. Granted, we were able to go up a man before the end of the first half, but this team, unfortunately right now, is very, very dependent upon game states. If we get the first goal, we cruise. But if we don't, it's a battle. It's an uphill battle, and we are not doing so well now. We've done better. We at least got the draw. I mean, bottom line, at least we got a point. But we should have gotten something more out of that still.
Well, thank you, Kevin, so much. Kevin, you might know from Play the Kids, it's going to be a new podcast about T2. He also writes about T2 on Stumptown Footy, so check that out. Thank you so much, Kevin.
You're very welcome.
Hey, how did you feel about this game tonight?
It was an excellent game. I heard everything so well. These guys were describing stuff. I felt the vibes, and I had the best time of my life.
Yeah. When did you start drinking today?
I started drinking at about 4:30 p.m. after a rugby game.
Nice. How did you do in a rugby game?
I spectated it. It was another game that I just listened to people getting smashed.
Do you like listening to people getting smashed?
Yes, and
So do we.
Smashed myself.
Right, so do we. We love this. So how did you feel about the game? How did you feel about the 2 red cards going down 2-0 and us coming back to pull point back?
To be honest, I wasn't surprised because the Timbers always come back on that shit. Because we know how to get down. Let's go! Let's go!
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. Be safe. All right, we have Zippy from Soccer Touchdown, a great new podcast. We love it so much over at the Collective. It is your birthday.
It is.
Was this a good birthday gift?
It was a pretty amazing birthday gift. JP, my co-host from Soccer Touchdown, sorted it out so that we were on the field for the last 15 minutes, which was when we happened to score the two goals to equalize, and it was ridiculous.
I saw you on the field, and I was full of shavings from Timber Joey's log, and I was like, hey, man.
I still have them in my hat.
Yeah, and I was like, hey,
my
man.
dino suit.
Take a picture of me with all these shavings.
I have some.
Yeah, thank you.
In fact, I'm picking several off of you right now.
So you got to go on the field.
I did.
Are you guys well connected? What is that about?
JP cashed in some of his Rose City rewards points.
And by Rose City rewards, he means I'm well connected, right?
Yeah, exactly. He knows people in places that are very pristine.
So how's your birthday going so far?
I'll be honest. I'm trying to do my best to seem like I'm level.
You're on the level.
Yeah. But
I'm looking in your eyes. You're not on the level right now.
Yeah, it's true.
But you're doing good. Oh, we have your dad in here.
Yeah.
Big Kev, right? So, Kevin is a legend for sending Zippy the most epic voicemails.
Postgame.
Can you like maybe give us one of those? What they might be like, the Kevin voicemails?
Well, so I was in San Jose last week for the San Jose versus Timbers match, and post-match I got a call from Big Kev that was immediately like, we should have won that one. We should have won that one. We had a couple of shots. It's sort of the we always confer after every match.
You told me about one that was like, hey, what was this match I'm watching? It was like, who was it?
It was European Cup.
Yeah.
And it was Poland and Germany. And he's like, I just needed to get the score there. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that happened a couple months ago. So I had to look it up. It had happened in October. They were showing a replay, but Big Kev was watching it at home. He's retired.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. I'm really getting into the soccer.
Yeah.
He's got me dialed in big time on soccer. And Timbers, this was my like 5th or 6th game that I attend, and I'm gone nuts.
Nice.
It's more or less. I love the Blazers, but Timbers are my team right now.
I believe his exact words were, Timbers could beat any one of these sons of bitches. except for Germany. Except for Germany.
Yeah.
So Big Kev, you have an obviously talented son. How proud of you are you of him on his birthday?
I am very proud of him. What he's done through his life, through ice hockey, all the way, growing up and stuff, and now he's into soccer big time. He is so, which is great. I mean, soccer that's the game. That's the game of the year for everybody. You got to have soccer.
Did you ever think you would be sitting out here outside of Multnomah Stadium on 18th and Morrison, giving an interview with your son who is dressed in a dinosaur costume?
That doesn't faze me at all.
All right, thank you so much. Epic game. How many great games are we going to see here at Multnomah Stadium?
Well, hopefully better than that one, actually. But yeah, no, it was. I'm so glad that we at least had a draw here. But oh my God, that was ridiculous.
So, are you of the opinion that we played really poorly in this game?
I feel like absolutely. If we're down 2 men, and even with their delay tactics, which were so frustrating, we didn't put it together. We didn't even change our formation to deal with the fact that we were down 2. So we did nothing. It was just sort of like luck that we managed to squeak it through twice at the end there.
Mr. Chris Gluck, he DM'd me right after the game, and he said, we are like a sheep that have no border collie. Do you have any idea what that means?
Yeah, actually, I kind of agree with that because we're so sloppy up front. Like, we have no mid that's really leading us right now. We need to find that person to really take control, and we didn't have it.
Is some of that Nagby not pushing a little bit forward? Who do you think is responsible for that?
Well, I feel like the one thing that Johnson provided us last year was a strong presence in the middle, and we haven't quite found that yet. Like, Chara was a little weak today. I don't know. Everybody seemed off, and they were like passing to imaginary players. Like, oh my gosh, that was killing me. Like, just too far, overshot. So I feel like maybe we were just off today. But if anybody, I love Chara, but it might have been that position. Yeah.
So we have two obviously weak links as we're going in forward with Taylor and Valentine. Do you think that they played well today? Did they play much better than they played in the past?
I was impressed with Taylor. I thought that Taylor really did a good job, especially going up on the sides. Powell's always hit or miss, or at least he is in the beginning. It's like he needs to warm up the first dozen games or so. So he was fine. He did okay, but I think Taylor had a good game.
What happened on that second goal? Because I was on the pitch and I didn't see what happened. I just saw blaze down the pitch and then all of a sudden a goal. What happened on that?
It was like they thought that if they pushed everybody up, then they could have a strong presence on the other side, but nobody got back. So they just blew right past us, and just like it's like we let them dribble all the way in.
So are you worried, or is this just a bump in the road as we gain our form?
I don't think I'm worried at all. I mean, I feel like, what was it? That was the first time we've ever won in March, was 2 games ago. Yeah. So I think we're okay. Yeah.
So for 70 minutes of the game, we're getting Raimondo'd over and over and over again. Talk about this guy. This guy's incredible. I know we didn't get the 3 points, and he's on the opposing team, but this guy is just absolutely incredible.
He's a monster, and he's in a good way. And I like his personality. He's a really good goalie. One of the things that they said, though, is that he always has the good game against us. Every time, his best game is against the Timbers. He knows when to bring it, and he is kind of a national theater player. He's one of those guys that understands the big stage, and our stadium provides that atmosphere. So I feel like it amps him up a little bit. But he's maniac. He's great. So.
Did you think that we were at the time? Did you think that we were going to pull back the second goal?
No. I really didn't. I was even getting frustrated. I was like, this is ridiculous. You have to do something. And then finally, because the ref wasn't, I don't know what was happening there. Every time they even rolled, he would give them a foul and he wouldn't give it to us. So that's why I didn't think we were going to pull it out. But finally he saw, what was happening in the box. So that was good.
So one positive thing, who was your man of the match?
Man of the match. Well, I want to say Audie just because he pulled it out. He's the one that did it. It was like he was muscling it through, pulling teeth. But so I'd probably give it to him.
Well, thank you so much, Megan. Megan is the host of the 90 podcast. We put that out every week.
Yep.
I'm there with you.
Yes,
I'm not sure what I do.
You're the co.
Yeah, but it's a great podcast, and I love you so much, Megan.
Yep, awesome.
All right, well, I have my best friend in the whole world here, Dan. We've lived together since we were 18, which is getting now a little weird. You don't come to every game.
No.
I think this was maybe a good one to come to. Do you think so?
I mean, there was some entertainment value, I guess, but a lot of it was just me not talking to anybody and being very upset.
Why do you come to the game against Raimondo? That's my question.
There was poor planning on the. I had this one thought. It was I should go to more Raimondo games because he's not going to be around forever. It's kind of special to see him piss me off over and over again. He was incredible tonight, and I hated every second of it.
What went wrong in the first 70 minutes? What is going on?
I don't know. My thought, when I was watching the entire game, was just Fernando, and just because he's the best thing in the entire world. And we scored, but it was offsides. And then there was another play where somehow Fernando got the call against him, where he brought down the ball perfectly with his feet, and it was just it just looked magical. And I was like, oh my god, we're gonna score 100 goals tonight if Fernando's in this kind of form. And then we just couldn't get the ball to him in any dangerous situations after that until the end of the game. So I just think we didn't give Fernando the ball enough. Just keep doing that.
Do we are we struggling that much with our left back and center back combination?
I didn't really think so. They didn't attack. I mean, they were down to 2. They had 2 red cards. If anything, what was it? The Borchers play on the second one. I think it was his fault. It's hard to say for sure, but that's Borchers. You're gonna count on Borchers to be fine. If everybody else is fucking up, I understand that. But Borchers is the rock. So if he messes up, there's not really much more we can do.
So you're in the stands. They pull one back.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna get a second?
Yeah, I mean, I was and when they were down 2, I was done. I was this sucks. If we're going to lose 2 goals, by 2 goals to a team down a man, then this is terrible. And especially if we didn't score any goals and we were down 2 men, I was I don't know what I would have done. I would have gone to get Taco Bell and drank myself to death.
So how crazy did you go when we pulled one back?
Good. That one, I was I'm back in it. My joy to fear back. Joy to fear.
Did you think we were going to get a third?
I did think we were going to get the third until they just wasted probably an hour and a half or so along the sideline, unable to win the ball back from Sandoval, I think that guy's name was. This team just pisses me off so much.
Right? There was a photographer sitting next to me. He didn't talk to me the whole night when they started time wasting. He was like, "That guy's a son of a bitch."
Did you see the guy do that weird stretch thing a couple feet before he got off the sideline? That I almost tweeted. I was you trolled us, guy. You got us good. I'm real fucking salty right now.
You know what? Fernando did he did something in the corner to Raimondo. I thought that was when it was over because it was peak time wasting time, and I was oh, you lost your cool. Now they're gonna waste 5 minutes just dicking around over here. It was pretty incredible that they pulled him back.
Yeah, I mean I think that's something we've done in the Porter era consistently is at least tie games.
So going into the next game, are you feeling good? Are you feeling there's a lot of things we need to fix? Well, how are you feeling?
I think we're gonna win. That's all there is to it.
It is against Orlando City, I think.
Oh yeah, are they good?
Well, they have some good players. Kaka and Kyle Laren and.
Yeah, Kyle Laren's good. We're gonna win. Fuck it.
Thanks, Dan. I love you.
We're gonna win. Love you too.